Hello there, this is Paul. I'm with the band called VIVE, and I occasionally will show some of the projects that we've been doing during lockdown, and hopefully it'll be of interest to people out there, both whether you record and write songs or whether you just listen to songs or are interested in general in music production. I'm going to today, on this particular project, show you what we did for Vive le Rock, where they had a live stream, Facebook and I think on YouTube also, called Vive le ROCKDOWN. And Becky and myself were involved. We did an introduction and shared some Vice Squad music for the show. We decided to create a little bit of intro music for the guys, and also a little thing that I'll show in another episode. I don't know what it's called, maybe a stinger or something it's called. Oh, missus. Which is basically to go between bands. But for now, I'm going to switch to my music recording software, a screenshot, and I will show you roughly what's going on. It's not going to be too complex. Let's go over here, and you will see on my... there are various lanes of tracks, they're called, really. In the old days that would be tape, 24-track tape or 16-track tape, or as the Beatles had 4-track tape to create those amazing songs. So these days you've got limitless tracks. I try not to have too many because it's far too much stuff to deal with at the end.
Lockdown, we're living through a lockdown. We gotta rock down, leave the rock down.
There we go. Okay, so what did we have on here? Well, there's some guitars. Pretty rocky kind of riff there. I did have a guitar that was a bit twangy. I wanted to try and mix genres here. Okay, but in the end I thought it was just too confusing, so I cut that out, and we start here with this sound. Okay, that brings it in and gives it a little bit of excitement.
Lockdown, we're living through a lockdown.
There you go. And I also put in, I don't know why, I do like it. I think it might be going back to the old glam rock days, but I do like claps, hand claps, built them up. So it gives it a good groove. The guitars I actually just wrote on I didn't use a real amplifier. I've got a thing called Universal Audio, and they do very good modelled amplifiers. So that's, yeah, it's a real sound, I guess, but it's just for ease of miking up guitar cabs and all that sort of stuff. I found it a lot quicker. Then the bass. With the bass. Now what I do with the bass, I put it through this thing here, which is a simulation of an Ampeg bass amp, and you can change all the parameters. It's got even an EQ. You can change the cabinet and the microphones. I'll take that off, and then you can hear the raw bass. There we go. Now then,
Lockdown, we're living through a lockdown.
I find the bass often gets lost with anything a bit aggressive, so I also put it through a very aggressive, clanky sound. When you mix the two together, that's it without. It can sound a bit weird, possibly, but when it's all mixed in with the drums, I'll play you the bass and drums together. And the bass is, in this case, just following the guitar riff that I wrote.
We gotta rock.
There we go. We're going to rock down to... Now, what we will do is play a little bit of Becky's vocal.
Lockdown, we're living through a lockdown.
There you go, that's Becky. There's no
We
delay.
gotta rock down. Vive le rockdown.
There is no delay on here. We use a Neumann mic, German thing, and Becky calls it an Neumann, which is a very good play on words and is rather true, I'm sure, to people who hear us singing the songs through a million times to get it right. Now then, the bit that I enjoy is oi. Right?
Rock down. Rock down. Hey, hey, hey.
And we purposely don't do them all exactly the same. We would, because I love harmony vocals, and I like to have harmonies that are just very close and precise as possible without being too polished. In this case, purposely I asked Becky to not be good with her timing, because in truth, crowds, if you're trying to simulate a crowd, then you have to bear in mind what would a crowd do, and they wouldn't all shout or indeed sing at the same time.
We gotta rock down. Vive the rockdown. Hey, hey, hey.
There we go. I think that's all Becky. Sometimes I will have a go and thicken out the vocals with my thick voice, thick head. In this case, I think that's just Becky putting on different personalities.
Lockdown,
People.
we're living through a lockdown. Hey, hey, hey.
The backing vocals we put through a reverb.
Rock down. Rock down. Hey, hey, hey.
And that'll put it in an imaginary space, so it gives it somewhere to sit. It'd sound really weird if it was dry and up front. What you're going to do, get a crowd in a tiny space, so it's going to be outdoorsy or in a big room. Now we'll move over to some of the little special effects that I did. There we go. That's a nice guitar. A very simple, straightforward guitar, but I've gone and I've put it through a chopping gate thing that gives it that particular rhythmic sound. I'll see if I can turn that off, and then you can hear the guitar without it. Let's have a listen. There we go. So that's the guitar without the effect. Right, now if I put the effect in, we should hear this da-da-da-da-da. I like that. And it adds a little bit of difference to it instead of just a basic kind of metal rock riff. Coolio. Now you can hear it with the build in. That should give it some excitement to bring it in to say, here it is. a good dance thing if you're doing rock, Vive la Rock, stutter the guitar. Awesome. There we go. So hopefully that would give you an insight into what we do here. And if we're going to do some piece of music that is out of our regular comfort zone, then it's a challenge. And we've had a chance to do lots of that during the lockdown. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will do more. If you want more, let me know, leave some comments, and I shall endeavour to do so. Bye-bye.